Hey YouTubers, my name is Julian with Reptile Empire. I'm a breeder based out of South Florida, and today we're going to be talking about some ball python genetics and morphs. In my hand here, I have a pastel banana, and we're going to take a closer look here. The pastel banana is a mix of two genetics. Pretty straightforward, banana and pastel. Now, it has that nice yellow-purple coloration with the black speckles that people know the bananas for. Bananas are also sometimes known as coral glows, but adding the pastel gene into it really kind of cleans up the sides a little bit here, as you can see, and adds a nice high white right here on the sides, leading into the darker yellow coloration and the purple kind of spider web pattern. And he's just a really beautiful, beautiful guy, you know. And we're gonna move right along here though. So, also in the collection, up here, we have a butter. Now a butter is a single gene animal. Butters are amongst a family of mutations within the ball python world that, when bred to the correct snakes, contain the possibility of producing a leucistic gene. Leucistic genes are often referred to as superforms. Now, superforms can present themselves in any way from a all-white snake to a completely black snake. Either way, really nice animals, rare, not very common. Now down in here, I have one of my albinos, nicknamed her Sunshine because she's just a pleasure to deal with, one of our favorites over here. And she just came out of shed. She's looking real vibrant today. Now, the thing about albinos is that they're a recessive gene. So, to create an albino, you have to breed a visual recessive to another visual recessive. There are a couple shortcuts. We're not going to get into those in this video, but in the future we will be sharing those shortcuts with you guys. Now down here is a lesser. Now the lesser, much like the butter before, is another one of the snakes that contains the same possibilities for creating leucistic gene snakes. Butters and lessers tend to produce all white, or very high white, leucistic snakes when bred with the right partner snake. The banana's crawling in here, taking a look at her. And as you can also see, between the butter and the lesser, there's a lot of similarities in color, whereas the biggest difference you'll notice is in the pattern. Now down here, we have something really special. This here is an onyx. Now this is a relatively new snake. People haven't been working with them for very long. And the onyx is another two-gene animal. One gene being black pastel, and another is known as het red axanthic. Now, het red axanthic is just coming out onto the scene now. So there's still a lot that's not known so much about the way that this gene functions within these snakes. It's originally a recessive that someone figured out how to make it into a codominant gene. And this is the beautiful product of those two genes collaborating to make this really beautiful snake. So down here we have another single gene animal. This is a Mojave. Now, her coloration in and of itself isn't super spectacular, but her pattern is very special there. She's highly prized for the pattern that she produces when bred with other snakes. Now she's looking a little dull today. She's about to go into shed. You can notice she has a little blue coloration by her eyes. I don't want to get too close because they get a little, they might lash out at you a little bit when they're ready to shed. So we're just going to leave her alone for now. But moving right along, down here we have what is known as a regular ball python, and she is just a monstrous sized snake right here. They don't get much bigger than this. She is well over 2,000 grams and probably about a good 5 feet long, although it's hard to tell while she's all curled up. Now, her coloration is what would be the coloration of a ball python that would naturally occur in the wild. But we like to keep a couple of them around too. They have their purposes when it comes to breeding. So, again, now we have another butter down here. And this butter, although it's the same as the snake that I showed you on the top of the rack, has a little bit of a different kind of color to her, although the pattern is the same. She's not quite as vibrant. It could be that she's about to go into shed, but she has always been a little bit darker than the other one, but she's still a really beautiful animal, and just all around very sweet-tempered. So, we got the box. This is his home right here, so no one's occupying it at the moment. And oh, now we have something. I'm going to put him away so I could show you this guy. Oh, alright. And here we have something. It's just spectacular. This is a queen bee, and a beautiful one at that. This queen bee is a mix of 3 different genetics. One being a pastel gene, one being a spider gene, and another being a lesser. And down here at the bottom, we have another albino. This is our male that we pair up with Sunshine up above, and he's a little discolored at the moment. He's going into shed, but soon enough he'll be bright and beautiful.